Hello, welcome back to Sabir CAD. Hope all are doing fine. I request all of you to stay home and stay safe because we are all aware of the present situation. Now we have AutoCAD 2021. I'm sure that all of you are curious to know about the cool new features of this latest release of the software. In this video, I would like to share with you some of the cool new features. Ever since AutoCAD was released in 1982, most of the features in the software has undergone several evolutionary changes. Now we have a more smarter AutoCAD than ever before. So in this video, I would like to demonstrate this interesting evolution using 3 AutoCAD version. An old release of AutoCAD, then AutoCAD 2020 and AutoCAD 2021 so that you will be able to appreciate each feature better. So let's begin the story of evolution. We will start with the story of trim and extend commands, and we will see how these tools have changed over a period of time. I'll demonstrate this using this figure. Suppose if I want to remove the portion of these circles between these arcs, I have to perform trim command. In the older versions of AutoCAD, we used to give trim command and you're supposed to select the cutting edges. And I'll choose these arcs as cutting edges, then I have to give an enter. Then I'll select individually the objects to be trimmed. So this was a procedure. Then the procedure got changed. I'll use AutoCAD 2020 to show this. After giving trim command, when you're asked to select the cutting edges, we don't have to specify the cutting edge because we have a select all option. That means when you give an enter, all the objects on the screen will be taken as the cutting edge. So we don't have to bother about that. And I can select the objects to be trimmed. I'll undo this. When I click and drag the selection box, it'll get transformed to a crossing window so that all the objects touched by this window will get selected. So this was an advancement in the recent releases. Now let's try the same in 2021. So I'll click on trim. I don't have to bother about the cutting edges or boundaries. Instead, you can straight away go and perform trimming. You don't need to give any enter or you don't have to select any cutting edges. Moreover, when you click and drag the mouse, it gets transformed to a fence. Like this. Isn't that cool? Now I'll undo this. I'll give trim command again. And if you want to go to the crossing window mode, you can click on that. Now your cursor gets transformed to a crossing window and you can perform similar kind of trim which you have done before. Trim again. Now we have a mode option over here. When you click on that, you can either go to quick mode or standard mode. When you click on standard mode and execute the trim command, you will get the select cutting edges option and you can select the cutting edges individually the way we have done before. So you have a lot of backward compatibility. If you are used to old habits, you can switch over to that, but it's always better to change habits because in the latest approach, you can achieve more productivity. 2021 also let you trim through hatches. Generally, when you perform trim command, the lines in the hatch patterns will interfere with your trimming. Now I'll try trimming again. When you take the cursor onto these lines, you can see that you can trim these lines. And the lines in the hatch pattern is no longer interfere with your trimming. Now let's try the same procedure in 2020 and the lower versions. I'll click on trim and give an enter because that's required here. And when you take the cursor onto these lines, you can see that the lines in the hatch patterns are interfere with your trimming. Now I'll come back to 2021 and I'll undo this trimming. If you want the lines in your hatch patterns to get interfered with your boundaries when you trim, you can control it with the help of a variable in 2021 that is called trim edges. By default, this variable is given the value 1. When you give 0, and if you try trimming, you can see that the lines in the hash pattern interfere with your boundaries when you perform trimming. The same feature is applicable in extend command. So let's take extend. I can select the objects to be extended either by clicking individually, or else you can use a fence line by picking 2 points like this to complete the process of extension. Now we will see the story of measure tool and its evolution. In the old versions of AutoCAD, we had a set of commands called enquery commands with which you could extract any useful information from the database. For example, if I give ID, which stands for identify, you could extract the coordinate of any point. I'll click here and I've got the XYZ coordinate of that particular point. If I want to get distance between 2 points, then I have to give dist command. And I can pick 2 endpoints and I'll get the distance. And in order to get the area, I have to give area command. And I can select the object and it will display you the area as well as the perimeter. Now let's see what happened to these commands in 2020. In the recent versions of AutoCAD, all these enquery commands are replaced by corresponding options in the utilities panel. And you have a number of commands like angle, area, distance, etc. But in 2020, we had a quick measure tool. When you take the cursor onto any desired area, you can get the preview of all the related dimensions. Now let's come to 2021. In 2021, using the quick measure tool, when you take the cursor onto any desired area, it will show you the distance and the angle. But at the same time, when you make a click here, it will show you area, perimeter, as well as the coordinates of that particular point. For example, I make a click here, again area, perimeter, and the coordinates are displayed. That means all the enquery commands are integrated in a single tool. Isn't this cool? Now when you hold on the shift key, when you make multiple clicks, all these areas will get added and it will show you the cumulative area adding all these areas. So the quick measure tool is enhanced in 2021 and you will get a number of useful data in a single click. Next we will see the story of revision clouds and its evolution. As you know, revision clouds in AutoCAD are used to draw the attention of the user to a particular area in a complex drawing. And this feature is introduced in 2002 version of AutoCAD. In 2016 version, this feature is further enhanced and we could create revision clouds in various shapes such as rectangular, polygonal, freehand, etc. Let's take for example rectangular. Suppose if I want to draw the attention to this particular area, you can just pick the opposite corner points of a rectangle to define the revision cloud. You can also convert an existing object into a revision cloud. For example, I'll draw a circle in this area and I want to convert the circle into a revision cloud. So you can give rev cloud command. Then here we have an object option. So just give an enter and select the circle. So it will get converted to a revision cloud. If you want, you can reverse the direction. But when you check for the object type of this revision cloud, just select the revision cloud and press Ctrl 1 to get the properties palette. You can see that it's a polyline. I'll create the revision cloud in 2021 and let's see the change. I'll click on draw panel and choose revision cloud and take rectangular. And I'll click the opposite corner points to define a revision cloud. Now when you select the revision cloud and press Ctrl 1 to get the properties palette, and you can see that it is an object. So in 2021, a revision cloud is treated as a separate object and you can also control the arc length of it using the same properties palette. Present arc length is 100, I'll make it 50. There is a variable called rev cloud arc variance. When this variable is on, the code lengths of the arcs in the revision cloud will vary and you will get more of a freehand drawn appearance for the revision cloud. Now I'll go to revision cloud and I'll choose freehand revision cloud this time. I would like to mark this area. When you check the code length, you can see that the code lengths are varying, giving more of a hand drawn appearance. And you can also edit the revision cloud using the grip points available. Next, we will see break at a point option and its evolution. As you know, break is one of the most commonly used editing commands in AutoCAD, and it's performed on a single object at a time, whereas trim is performed on more than one object at a time. If you want to break an object, you can select break from the modify panel. Then you will be asked to select the object to be broken. So I'll make a selection using the selection box. When you left click on an object, you not only select the object, but you also specify the first breakpoint. Now you can specify the second breakpoint. If I choose my second breakpoint somewhere over here, the portion in between will get broken. So this is how the break works. You can also give precise numeric values to define these points. Now I'll undo this. Using the same break command we used to break an object at a point. Now I'll repeat the break command by right clicking and click on repeat break, and I'll select the object to be broken, and I've specified my first breakpoint. In this command, if you want, you can re-specify the first breakpoint. So I'll click on the first breakpoint option here. Now I actually want to break this line at its midpoint. So I'll click this midpoint as the first breakpoint. Now I'm asked to specify the second breakpoint. So you can select the same point as the second breakpoint, or else you can type at the second breakpoint so that your first and the second breakpoint will remain the same. Now when you select the object, you can see that you have broken this line exactly at the midpoint. This is what we used to do in the older versions of AutoCAD to break an object at a point. Now let's come to 2021. Here we have break at a point available as a command in the modify panel. You can just click on break at a point and it will ask you to select the object to be broken. I have selected this using the selection box. It won't ask you for the first breakpoint. Instead, you are straight away asked for the breakpoint. Suppose if I want to break this line at a distance of 10 units from this endpoint, I'll take the cursor onto this endpoint and I'll track it. Now the extension snap is working and I can simply type the distance 10. Now when you select the line, you can see that it is broken exactly at this point. Using the measure tool, you can check that it's 10 units. Now you can right click and repeat this break at a point, because break at a point is a command in 2021. The way you repeat any other command, you can repeat this command as well. So click on break at a point and I'll select this line. It'll ask you for the breakpoint. I would like to break it right at the middle. It's broken. So breaking at a point is made very easy and straightforward in 2021. Isn't that cool? Next, we will see the story of block tool and its evolution. I hope most of you are familiar with the concept of blocks. As you know, using blocks, you combine more than one object as a single unit, and you can handle repeatability in a drawing in a more effective manner. Please click on the link provided at the comment section to get complete idea of blocks. In older releases of AutoCAD, after creating a block, we normally click on the Insert tab and Insert command, and you will see all the blocks in your drawing. And when you click on More Options, you will get an Insert dialog box wherein you see the list of all these blocks. You can choose any desired block. For example, this bed. You can specify the scale factors and rotation angles, and you can insert it in your drawing. If we can easily fetch these blocks from different locations, we can achieve higher level of productivity. In the older releases of AutoCAD, we have to depend on a number of commands for this purpose. But in AutoCAD 2020, Autodesk has introduced Blocks Palette, which is a single interface using which we can fetch blocks from different locations. Click on Insert command and Recent Blocks. We can see the Blocks Palette with 3 tabs. Other Drawings tab, with which you can get blocks from other drawings. Recent tabs will display you the recently used blocks. Current Drawing tab will display you the blocks you have in the current drawing. We have already seen that in Insert command in the older releases. Please click on the link provided at the comment box to explore the new features in 2020 wherein the Blocks Palette is dealt in detail. But in 2021, the Other Drawings tab is replaced with the Library tab. Let's see that. Click on Insert and Insert command and Recent Blocks. We have a Library tab here. When you click on that, you will see the various drawings in a particular folder, which is called the Library folder. You can just click on this Library icon and you can add any desired folder into this. Now I'll add another folder in the F drive. In the chair folder, I'll add and click on open. So you will see drawings in this particular folder here. I'll select residence drawings folder and all the drawings in this particular folder is listed. I can access any drawing from here by drag dropping it onto the current drawing. So you can create the blocks as individual drawings in a particular folder and you can add that folder as a library folder. This will enable you to access a particular block very easily. Next we will see the story of Xref Compare and its evolution. In 2019 version of AutoCAD, Autodesk has introduced Drawing Compare feature with which you can compare the current drawing with its old version and you can make out the differences. In 2020, this feature is further enhanced and we have the same DWG Compare feature with a number of additional controls. Please refer my video on the new features of 2020 to get a complete understanding of this concept. I have provided links at the comment section. In 2021, Autodesk has implemented the same feature in external references as well. I'll demonstrate it with an example. Let's consider this building plan. And I'm going to attach the drawing of a dining table into this area. So I'll click on Insert, Attach, and I'll select the dining table drawing and the DWG is selected here and Open and OK. Now the dining table is inserted in this drawing as an external reference. You know the property of external reference. Any changes performed in the external reference will get instantly reflected in the drawing in which it is attached. Now I'm going to open the dining table drawing and I'll incorporate some changes here. I'll stretch this dining table in such a way that I'll make room for 2 more additional chairs. So I'll click on Stretch command and I'll select the dining table area using a crossing window and this is a base point and I'll keep the cursor in the rightward direction and I'll type a distance of 60. Next I'll go to copy command and I'll select these 2 chairs and I'll take a copy of it and keep it here and I'll save this file. Now I'll come back to my plan drawing. When you come back to this drawing, you will get a bubble notification in the lower right corner. Now if I click on this notification, the changes made in the external reference drawing will get updated here, which is commonly seen in all AutoCAD versions. But below that, you can see Compare the Changes option, and this feature is specific to 2021. So let's reload it. The area where the changes took place is marked in a rectangle, and you will also see some change in colors. Now I'll click on the settings button, you will get an interface. I'll click on the pin icon to pin it over here. Now you can see the red colored objects are not in the current Xref. You can see that this chair and this portion of the table was in the old Xref, and the green color is used to indicate objects which are in the current Xref. You can see those chairs as well as this table in the green color, and the gray color is used to indicate those objects which haven't undergone any changes, and you can see this portion in the gray color. Now the rectangle that is displayed to indicate the changed areas is actually a revision cloud which is created to capture your attention, and that revision cloud can be rectangular or it can also be polygonal. Now you will see the shape in the form of a polygon, and the size of that polygon can also be changed as per your requirement. I'll bring it back to rectangular. Each of these colors can be changed as per your requirement. Now if you want, you can click on this arrow to see the changed areas magnified. It's a similar feature in the case of Drawing Compare. If you want, you can disable this feature and you can just click on this bulb icon to enable it. And I'll click on this check mark to exit the Xref Compare mode. So in 2021, whatever feature was available in Drawing Compare is taken to Xref Compare. Isn't that cool? And now you can access AutoCAD software virtually in any device with the state-of-the-art AutoCAD web and mobile apps with which you can view and edit your drawings on the go. That means you can access your data no matter where it is stored and where you are. I will demonstrate this with an example. I've completed the building plan of this residence. Now I'm going to conduct a presentation at my client's place, and I'll save this file to my local hard disk using the save command, as well as onto the web using Save As, Drawing to AutoCAD Web and Mobile option. But before you save it to the web, you should have logged into your A360 cloud account. I have already logged in here. Please click on the link provided at the upper right corner of this video as well as at the description section to get an idea about how we can take an A360 account and about the AutoCAD mobile app. So I'll click on the application button, Save As, Drawing to AutoCAD Web and Mobile. Now I'm going to save this file in the same name as that of the drawing file, that is AutoCAD Mobile DWG. Save it. Now it is written to the A360 cloud. I have completed my drawing and I am about to go to my client's place to conduct a presentation. But now I realize that I missed out a typo that is to be incorporated in the living room. So how do I incorporate this change when I'm on the go? You can easily do that if you have a smartphone and AutoCAD mobile app installed in your smartphone. So let me load AutoCAD mobile app on my smartphone. This is an AutoCAD mobile app which can be installed from Play Store in Android devices and App Store in Apple devices. We can see all the drawing files in A360 cloud storage. I'll touch to open our drawing file, AutoCAD Mobile DWG. Now the drawing file is opened. With your two fingers, you can perform display-related navigations such as zoom, pan, etc. Next, I'll tap on the panel flyout icon at the upper right corner of the screen and I'll tap on the blocks icon. Now I can see all the blocks in my drawing. From this, I'll drag the teapoy block onto the drawing. Using my two fingers, I'll magnify that area. Then I'll locate the teapoy block in the right location. In AutoCAD mobile app, whatever changes you performed in the drawing is stored in real time. Now I'll tap on the cross icon to exit the drawing and I'll also exit the AutoCAD mobile app. Now I'll reload the file and I'll check whether the changes are updated here. Now I'll open the file by clicking on Drawing from AutoCAD Web and Mobile. The changes are updated in the drawing. Whatever editing performed in the mobile app is automatically saved to the cloud. Now I have reached my client's place, but I realized that there is no AutoCAD software installed in the client's computer. Moreover, client has told me to incorporate some changes in the drawing. How do you deal with such a scenario? You don't have to worry about it because simply by using an internet browser, you can load AutoCAD software. That is exactly what to do using AutoCAD web app. All you need is an internet browser. I'll launch the Google Chrome. Then I'll type web.autocad.com. So I can load the web version of AutoCAD. All I have to do is have to just sign in with the same Autodesk ID. I can see the drawings in my A360 cloud storage. I'll open AutoCAD Mobile DWG was the drawing. I'll double click to open it. Now you can see the drawing here in the web browser. The client has suggested me to change the kitchen slab from L shape to U shape. So I can make that changes here. So I'll click on rectangle command. I'll click the first corner here. Then I can type the dimensions. I'll take the cursor onto this point to track that point. Now I have to give a Y coordinate. Presently the X coordinate is active. So I'll press the tab key and I'll type 60. Enter. The slab is completed. Now I have to trim this portion. So I can go to modify, then I'll select trim. When I'm asked to select the cutting edges, you can just click on this line and one more click, that area is trimmed. I have made this change using the AutoCAD web app. Now I'll save this file and it is saved to the A360 cloud. Next I'll open the same drawing using the AutoCAD software, AutoCAD web and mobile, AutoCAD mobile DWG drawing, and you can see that whatever changes you have performed on the kitchen slab is reflected here. Hence, by using 2021, you can always remain connected to your drawing and you can create, modify, view a drawing using a variety of devices and you can work wherever you are. This will give you a lot of flexibility. Isn't this cool? Next, we will see how the display performance of the software has evolved over a period of time. 2021 can make the best use of the graphics card installed in your computer. This 3D model is pretty heavy one. I'm just going to orbit this model. You can see the ease with which I'm orbiting it. It's very smooth. You can perform zooming and panning in real time. It's flawless and it's much better than the previous versions. Isn't this again cool? So that's all about the cool new features of AutoCAD 2021 and how these features are evolved from the old releases. Hope you have got an idea and you enjoyed watching it. Please hit the like button of this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel SabirCAD and hit the bell icon to get instant updates on my future video uploads. So that's all for now. Until I catch you in the next video with another interesting topic. Bye bye and take care. May God bless you all. Don't forget to visit sabircad.teachable.com wherein AutoCAD 2D 3D is taught from basic to advanced, project based. You can also learn 3D visualization using AutoCAD 3D, 3ds Max and Adobe Photoshop in this website. Once you enroll the courses, you will get lifetime account. Means there is no deadline or time limit to complete the courses. You will also get all future updations of lessons for free. You can get all your queries answered through WhatsApp chat and mail.